a very fun look to create, and I typically don't go for bright colors, but I actually like this one. I guess my creative juices was flowing today, and it's actually really pretty. So I would definitely try to play around with more colors in the future. I won't stay so neutral, but definitely I will be picking up these palettes again, as well as other bright colorful palettes in the future. So if you want to see how I created this fun colorful look today, definitely keep watching. Also, if you do support me and like these types of looks and videos that I create here on my channel, definitely smash that subscribe button. And also like my video, leave me a comment, give me some of your thoughts, your feedback, so I know what kind of content to create for you in the future. I do appreciate all of your support. I appreciate you for watching, and let's get on with the video. So starting with the Zulu palette, I am going in with that yellow shade there at the top middle, and I'm just using that to blend out my crease. The next shade I am using is this orange shade, the first one in the palette. None of the shadows have names, so I'll just be telling you the color that I'm using in this Zulu palette. So just blending out that orange shade, going back and forth between that and the yellow. And so now I'm gonna cut out my crease, and I am using my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in the shade Golden, and I'm just adding that on my lid and then looking up, and then I'm drawing out my cut crease. This process takes a little bit of time getting the lines even, and this is actual in real time how long it took me to cut out this crease, but I have been practicing for a while, so this is much quicker than I would typically do. So I'm just tapping out that concealer, and I make sure that it's dry before I add anything onto my lid. Now I'm going in with the Saharan II palette, and I am using that deep burgundy shade Zara or Zahara, and I'm just adding that in my outer V and also blending it out. The next shade that I am using is Nomad, and I'm just adding that on my lid right next to Zahara. And now I am going back into the Zulu palette, and I'm using that pink champagne shade. Now this color, it didn't look too well for me, so yeah, that's my response. So I'm going back in the Zulu palette again, and I'm going to use that bright green shade in the middle. And it's a good thing that I use that champagne shade, because I do go over the champagne shade with the green. So the green on top of the champagne shade created a very pretty golden color. It's hard to see, but it's definitely. For primer, I am using the Benefit Professional, which is a matte primer. It keeps your skin very, very matte. So if you're oily, this is a good product. And now I am using the Maybelline Superstay foundation in Warm Coconut. For concealer, I'm going back in with the Maybelline Age Rewind in Golden. And I'm also setting that with my Sacha Buttercup powder. As usual, there's nothing changed there. And for my contour, also using my Anastasia Beverly Hills in Mahogany. And I kind of like adding that on my forehead. It kind of helps with blending out my scar. And I'll also use the bronzer to contour my nose. And to set, I am using my NYX No Filter finishing powder in deep golden. And also, as you can see, I did go ahead and add a gold onto my lid. It's a liquid liner. And I'm going back in with the Saharan II palette, using that deep burgundy shade, Zahara, on my lower lash line. And also going back in with that yellow shade in the Zulu palette to blend out the burgundy. And for mascara, I'm using Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I created this fun, colorful look today using two Juvia's Place palettes like this. I used the shades. I used this yellow, this orange, and this sort of peachy champagne color. And I also used the Saharan II palette, also by Juvia's Place. And I used from this one, I used in the outer V, this really deep burgundy shade. And on my lid, I used this shade here. And the other shade, the really bright green shade that you see on my lid, I went back into the Zulu palette and I used this green here. For my highlight, I used Auntie Jackie's highlighter with Artist Couture, and I used, of course, Labronze. And for my lips, I used Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Sad Girl. And I just went over top of that with just this Bare Minerals holographic lip gloss.